Hi there! Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be doing a colored pencil portrait, and I've decided to do YouTubers that I like to watch. Mainly art YouTubers, but there might be a few other ones thrown in here and there. If you like this idea, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload, and also maybe leave a comment down below on a YouTuber that you would like to see me draw. As I'm sure you've noticed by the title, the first YouTuber that I've chosen to draw here is Ray from the art channel SuperRaeDizzle. I have watched countless art tutorial videos just for the sake of watching them. I never intended on actually ever following any of them, and it wasn't until I came across Ray's charcoal tutorial of a woman's face that I decided to purchase a charcoal pencil, a tortillon, and a brand new sketchbook. And I followed that tutorial as best as I could, and it's actually posted on my Instagram page if you'd like to see it. Still, all credit to her for the amazing tutorial. As much as I do love black and white drawings and the charm that they have, I decided that I would still like to try something in color, so I went ahead and purchased my very first set of Prismacolors. I believe it was the 24 set. I couldn't really justify getting the larger set even though I really wanted to, seeing as how I didn't have any experience with colored pencils yet. And so I thought I would just dip my toes instead of jumping all in, so to speak. So for my colored pencil portrait drawings that I've been practicing recently, I found this really helpful app on my iPad. I'm not sure if it's available on Android or not, but it's called Drop. It's free, but you can purchase a full version. The free version works pretty well for me right now. It lets me pick out up to, I think, 15 different areas of the picture, and it singles out the color in that specific area, which is so helpful for skin because there are so many colors when it comes to skin tone. So just for an example, I just pinpoint different areas, and as I'm doing that, I will write down on a piece of paper, tip of nose if that's where I've selected, and the next might be highlight on the right cheek or shadow under left side of mouth. And then once I have all those colors chosen and my list is written out, I can go back and match up as close as I can to the colors that were chosen to my colored pencil swatch card, which if you haven't seen that video, I will also link it. Obviously, I'm not going to have every single color exactly, but I feel like I can get close enough to where it will still look realistic and like the person I'm drawing. I've seen amazing portraits where they're using super saturated greens and blues and reds, and they're all just in the right areas for shadows and highlights, and you can still tell who the person is in the drawing, even though nobody has super bright saturated colors in their skin like that. So even if I'm off a tone or two, it's still going to be alright. From this experience, I've also learned to keep the paper in one spot. It is a little difficult for me to watch even editing this, so I can't imagine what it's going to be like for you guys. I hope you can stick through it, and I hope it doesn't bother you too much, but from now on, I will remember to not move the paper around so much because it is kind of annoying. I got one of those little stands that your phone can be held on, kind of like what vloggers use, I think, and I was experimenting with some different angles for footage, and I do like the idea of having a different angle. Let me know what you guys think. The only thing is, I have an iPhone 5S, and I never noticed it until now, the difference in the quality of the video between that and my normal camera that I shoot with, which is a Nikon Coolpix. My phone camera seems a little cloudy, and I'm not sure why. My pictures all look really great on my phone, so I'm not really sure. And another weird thing was that my rear-facing camera actually looked cloudier than my front-facing camera, so I ended up using the front-facing camera, which was also a little difficult because then I couldn't actually see where it was recording on unless I had my head like tucked down underneath the camera or using a mirror or something. So we're figuring it out. We're gonna get there. Let me know what you guys think of different camera angles. I mean, obviously for me, it'd be a lot easier to just have the one straight down angle, but I know that sometimes when I'm watching art videos, I can kind of appreciate seeing something done from a different angle or seeing the drawing from a different angle. So, I mean, just let me know what you guys think. One thing I did realize once I was finished was that I didn't really darken her skin as much as it was in the reference. She does have a bit of a darker skin tone, and also I've got some new mini studio lights that are really great for getting good footage, but they also kind of blew out the drawing, so it looks a lot brighter than what it actually is. I think that I was just a little bit too scared to go as dark as I really needed to with the shadows, because it seems like whenever I'm doing a practice portrait, if I go in too dark, it just looks like the person's face is really dirty, and I didn't want that, so I held back a little bit more than I probably should have. But I do think that this is a good start, my first colored pencil portrait in a really long time, and I'm excited to see how I progress with this and really excited for my next piece. I'm getting a much better idea of how to create a realistic skin tone when it comes to my blending and shading, but hair is a whole nother ballpark. Instead of trying to get a smooth texture like skin, hair has a much different texture. For example, straight hair like Ray's, you want strokes instead of soft circles like you would do for skin. One of my biggest challenges when it comes to hair is getting all my pencil strokes to go the same way. I actually haven't done much in the way of practicing hair leading up to this, so it makes me a little extra nervous, but I'm hoping maybe those nerves will push me to perform a little bit better than I normally do. I've been mostly focusing on skin textures and getting different tones, and trying to use more than 2 or even 3 pencils to achieve the right color and depth. Ray's hair in this photo doesn't have a whole lot of tonal differences, which in a way I'm thankful for, but then again it also kind of worries me because I still need to make it recognizable as hair and not just a blob surrounding her head. I do have a few YouTubers in mind that I plan on continuing this series with, but if you can think of any YouTubers who have been inspirational to you and you would maybe like to see me do a portrait of them, maybe leave a comment down below talking about them and how they inspired you. I'd love to see some good conversation come from maybe discovering some new underrated artists. When it came to this hair, I'm not really happy with how it turned out. I was really happy with how it was starting. It was actually looking really nice, and then I feel like what happened was I just rushed too much. I was getting way too ahead of myself. I needed to slow down and take my time on making the clumps of hair. That sounds weird. Not clumps of hair, but like, you know, sections of hair. I should have worked section at a time instead of just trying to get the length. Because what seems to have happened is on the left side of her hair, it looks kind of ratty, and I'm not saying that her hair looks like that. I'm saying the way I drew her hair looks like that, and that's not how it looks at all. In my reference photo, it is flowing and gorgeous, and I did not do it justice. Okay guys, well I actually forgot to film an outro while I was working on this piece, and now it is a different day and my son did not have to go to school today, and my 2-year-old is being a little bit of a grump, so I can't really set up right now to do an outro video, but I will go ahead and say thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and also once again please consider subscribing. I do plan on posting more videos, so just turn on that notification bell and you'll be notified every time I post. I respond to every single comment, and just thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye guys!